Hello, everyone. If you could trickle in and have a seat, that'd be awesome.
So good afternoon. Welcome to Frank Bailey Field at Bertagna-Class of 1985 Stadium. I'm Jim McLaughlin, Director of Athletics, Class of 93, and I want to thank everybody for joining us here in recognition of our terrific group of senior student athletes. This has certainly been an interesting This has certainly been an interesting 4 and for some 5 years over the athletic careers of some of the individuals sitting here. And, needless to say, when we talk about intercollegiate athletics, one of the things we talk about a lot is that it helps students learn how to overcome adversity. It helps students learn resilience, and there is no doubt in my mind that you faced your lifetime share of adversity over the past 4 years. And I cannot commend you with how you handled that, how you came back, and we were so thrilled with the ability to finally have a near normal fall, winter, and spring season where we saw some tremendous accomplishments in the classroom, in the community, on the fields of competition, whether it be team or individual, and so happy to be back here today. Just to give you a snapshot of some of the things we saw throughout the year, we had a recipient of the prestigious Minerva Fellowship, a student athlete inducted into Phi Beta Kappa, 1 academic All-American, 9 academic All-District selections, and a school record 220 members of league all-academic teams. 59 student athletes. 59 student athletes earned all league honors spanning 18 sports, and we had an incredible 10 All-Americans in their sport. 8 All-Region honorees, 1 Conference Player of the Year, 1 ECAC Coaching Staff of the Year, and 1 Hockey Humanitarian Award. We also witnessed so many special moments, whether it be on the ice, in the pool, on the fields, or the court. Just looking back at this past year, we saw women's soccer hosted its first home Liberty League playoff game since 2006, and also came away with a thrilling win as senior Emma Schleimer scored in overtime to defeat Vassar. Volleyball placed a program-high 10 student athletes on the Liberty All-Academic team. The women's golf team once again broke the school single-season scoring record, taking more than 9 strokes off the previous mark set 2 years ago. The football team kicked off homecoming weekend with a thrilling overtime victory here against Hobart. And nearly every member of the men's and women's cross-country teams set new personal bests on the course this year, with many coming at the season-ending Liberty League championships. The men's soccer team saw 3 players named to the all-conference teams and set the foundation for an incredibly bright future. Men's hockey brought the Mayor's Cup back to Schenectady where it belongs by defeating RPI, and we saw the program's first hockey humanitarian recipient. Women's basketball, one of the greatest events that we saw here on campus this year, hosted a conference tournament game for the first time since 2009 and defeated RIT in front of a packed Vanier Athletic Center crowd. The men's and women's swimming diving teams both saw success in the pool, with several swimmers finishing with times in Union's all-time top 10. Women's ice hockey swept Dartmouth for the first time in program history. Both men's and women's tennis teams qualified for the Liberty League tournament this season, with the women qualifying for the very first time. Baseball took league champion Ithaca to the brink in the Liberty League playoffs. Both crew teams experienced great success this season, with the men's varsity 8 earning a national ranking for the first time in years, and the women's novice 4 ending an undefeated season with a win at the league championships. The women's track and field team broke a 31-year-old school record in the 4x400 relay at the All-Atlantic Regional Track and Field Championships. First year, Sam Ahern from the track program became the first men's track sprinter to break 7 seconds in the 60-meter dash. Women's lacrosse went on the road to defeat RPI in a critical Liberty League matchup in which senior Grace Hiding put together a 10-point effort. And of course, nobody will ever forget the historic run of the men's lacrosse team this past spring. And so many exciting senior days as well, too. Several teams had great victories on their senior day, including the field hockey team with a 3-2 overtime win over Stevens, the men's basketball team using a late run to surge past Hobart, and the softball team's walk-off win in Game 2 of a senior day sweep of Skidmore right over there in our softball field. So many great moments, great achievements of our student athletes, our teams here. These will be things that you'll remember for a lifetime, but the most important thing is the friendships that you've developed here that you will also be part of for a lifetime. And as you visit this campus in the next 5, 10, 15, 40, 50, 60 years coming back, the one thing you're going to do is you're going to gather with your teammates and just reminisce about all the great experiences as a student athlete here at Union and a student here at Union College. So congratulations to our seniors. So when I look at the support that our student athletes receive, that I receive, there are so many individuals that we need to acknowledge and thank. And first and foremost, it always starts at the top, our President David Harris and Vice President Dean Francie Brown McClure. For the individuals responsible for everything that's happening here today, Joanne Little and Lauren Almy, thanks for all your efforts. Our associate and assistant athletic directors, who I rely on very heavily to help guide this department and support our students. Beth Tiffany, Brian Bowman, Wally Bizdell, and Brianne Brinker, thank you. To our incredible sports information staff, Steve Sheridan, Dominique Delpreet, and Mike Mason. You'll see later in the program about some of the many significant awards that our student athletes have won here. And while it's a testament to their hard work, their efforts, what they're doing in the classroom, what they're doing in the fields of competition, it takes somebody to lobby on their behalf. So to Steve and his staff, thank you so much for your efforts. Our athletic trainers, we've got the best athletic training staff in the country, hands down, no doubt about it. To Cheryl, Nick, Brandon, and Jill, thank you so much for your efforts and for everything that you do. To our facility staff, we're very fortunate to have tremendous facilities here at Union College, and the work done by Al, Sean, Rachel, and Mike does not go unnoticed, and we thank them for all of their service and support of our student athletes. And to somebody who's been a real difference maker for all of our programs, our strength and conditioning staff that's led by Dan Gableman. Dan, thanks for all of your efforts on behalf of the students. Our equipment staff, led by Charlie Mackey and Dave Baglio, always making sure our students have what they need, staying here long hours. We really appreciate your efforts as well, too. Thank you. And to our coaches, who I am just so thankful for the individuals that we have in place here that are leading our student athletes. And, you know, I look at what they do, and there's many times they're teaching how to shoot a shot or do different things with a stroke and swimming or other things like that. But they're also doing incredible things about helping our students navigate their undergraduate experience and teaching them life lessons along the way. I want to thank our coaches for all of their efforts and their leadership, and I want to acknowledge the coaching staff of the year, men's lacrosse, Derek Witherford and Marcel Godino. And to the families that are here, the the distances you travel, the support that you give your sons and daughters. It does not go unnoticed as far as the support given, what you're doing at home games, on the road. Thank you for all the sacrifices that you made to allow your student athletes to have these experiences. So to the families, thank you. And finally, and most importantly, to our student athletes. We have 119 individuals sitting here today that made it through their 4 years here, and I couldn't be prouder of this group for how they represent Union College and Union College athletics, and we're going to hear a lot more about these individuals later on in the program. So to our student athletes. I'd like to bring up our first guest for remarks and the presentation of the Academic Achievement Award, the Presidential Academic Achievement Award, President David Harris.
Thanks, Jim. Good morning, everybody. So I want to start, as I think I said last year, I think Jim did a pretty good job thanking people, but of course he made a mistake. You see, Jim forgot to thank one more critically important person, but I'm kind of glad he didn't, because it'd be pretty awkward. So let me thank Jim for everything he does for the program. I'll just say we've all had to pivot over these last 7 terms, but I've worked very closely with Jim. There's been a lot of pivoting in athletics to make this possible. And so, Jim, you've been a huge player in all of this. Congratulations, student athletes. Last year was sad. Last year was sad because I walked by these fields for 2/3 of the year, and I didn't see you playing games. I went in the rink and I didn't see it. Spring, it came back, albeit in a limited way. But there was so much joy in my heart this year because I got to come out and see you perform and do something you love to do on these fields, on the courts, in the rinks. I also want to add the appreciation to the parents, siblings, because I know you get dragged to a lot of these events, also to the friends. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you on the sidelines, and I want to give a special note of appreciation to the parents of the student athletes in the 2 sports I understand the least. That'd be lacrosse and field hockey. I'm learning, but I've been getting a lot of mentoring from the parents, and a special note of appreciation to the field hockey parents, because they make me feel really good, because often when I say, I don't know why there's a whistle, I don't know why that goal was disallowed, they say, I've been watching this for 9 years and I don't know either. Thank you, field hockey parents. And then lastly, on parents, the tailgates. The tailgates are outstanding. And I have to give a special award. We don't have an award for this, but no, it's a special award to the parents of the men's lacrosse team. Because in East Hartford, that was a heck of a tailgate. And I thought, you did a great job. And then the game ended, and my family and I walked out, and we saw you reloading. I don't know where you got all this stuff. It was like a whole nother huge tailgate happened. It was very, very impressive. So once again, congratulations to everyone on a fantastic year in athletics. So now I have the honor of presenting the first award, which, as Jim said, is the Presidential Award for Academic Achievement. This goes to the team with the highest in-season GPA. This year, the recipient is a team that returned to the field with a coach whose first season was disrupted by COVID. It's a team that made the most of their year both on and off the field. They had a winning record in the regular season. They had a thrilling overtime playoff win. I thank them personally for delaying that win because I had a family conflict. I could not attend the game, but I kept peeking. We got overtime, and I got to get there for the thrilling end of that game. They did all that, and together, they had an average GPA of 3.57. I am proud to present the Presidential Award for Academic Achievement to Coach Garen Gernon and the women of the Union College soccer team. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, very exciting.
All right, we'll get a picture here.
Thanks.
Thank you, President Harris, and thank you for all of our support of our students in whatever extracurricular activity they're involved in. So it's now my pleasure to begin the awards portion of the ceremony, and I'm going to start off with the Athletics Appreciation Award. And this goes annually to a member inside or outside of the department that goes above and beyond in support of athletics and our student athletes. And I'd like to say from our department, this was a real easy decision this year. We have an individual here that basically her every thought, every decision is about what is best for the students. She continues to work tirelessly on behalf of the students. And I know that while we've been together for a very short time, we just moved over to Student Affairs this past year, we had just an outstanding leader in Vice President Francie Brown McClure, and she gave us support like we haven't seen in the past. And I know that myself personally, I'm very grateful for her leadership and what she's done. She's an individual that I would argue has had the greatest impact on students in the shortest amount of time. And while we are saddened to see her return to her alma mater, we're happy that we had the chance to know her. And we are also grateful for everything that Dean Francie taught us as well, too. And one of the things that I take great pride in, though, is one of the few things that we taught her. And that was her role, that she got better and better every single week as the sideline manager get-back coach. So when Francie heads back to her alma mater, she's going to have the ability to walk into the head football coach's office, which is Deion Sanders, and she's going to be fully qualified to be the get-back coach. So Francie, congratulations. You are the recipient of our Athletics Appreciation Award.
Thank you. I'll be brief. I want to continue to say thank you to the first coaches of our students, the families. Thank you for entrusting us with your students. Thank you for supporting them on and off the field, ice, court, course, track, all of the things. Thank you for that support. To the student athletes, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being role models. I met with each and every one of you. You are the first group of students that I met with when I came to Union. I did all of your compliance meetings, and I had an opportunity to really talk to you about the role that you play and how important you are on this campus. And you have not disappointed in any way, Athletics is such a critical component of the student experience. It's where you find a place, and it's where you belong. And that belonging matters so much to the Union experience. I also want to say thank you for being a role model in ways that you might not know for my own child. My daughter had no clue, neither did I, that field hockey was a sport. And she now can play. And advocated, not necessarily successfully, but she advocated to bring field hockey back to her school because she was like, why is this not a sport? I want to play, right? That's because of you all. She played lacrosse because of you all. Again, a sport, never, didn't know. I've been to my first field hockey game, my first lacrosse game, my first hockey game, my first crew regatta, all of that here with you all at Union College. So while I've been to a number of institutions and I'm going back to a quote unquote big name coach, Union College will always be my home of athletic first, because you've exposed me to so much and you've taught me so much. So thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Dean Francie. We wish you the best, and please keep in touch. We certainly will. Next, I want to recognize the Arthur Ashe Sports Collar Award recipients. This is presented by Diverse Issues in Higher Education. This award honors student athletes of color who have excelled in the classroom with a 3.5 GPA or higher, as well as in their competition, while also demonstrating a commitment to community service and student leadership. We have 17 Union student athletes who were honored with this award, 5 that are seniors who are here with us today. Some of the accomplishments of these seniors include volunteering at Joan Nicole Prince Home, being a student mentor with Girls Inc., being a member of the SAC committee, VP of Student Forum, and creating a coaching and ice hockey program called Minnesota Unbounded for young girls of color to provide a welcoming and inclusive environment and awareness for diversity. So please join us up here, our 5 student athletes from swimming and diving, Elise Lebo, ice hockey, Maya Martinez, softball, Rochelle Nuki, football, Josh Shrestha, field hockey and track, Anna Trancoso. So please join us up here.
Appreciate it.
You're gonna go right up front here.
Gotcha.
So our next award is the Robert M. Ridings Award. This is presented to the most outstanding senior female student athlete of the year, taking into account the character, motivation of the individual, in addition to athletic excellence. I'd like to welcome Josh Skiba to present this award.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm Josh Skiba. I'm the women's hockey head coach here at Union. I want to congratulate all the families, all the award winners from today, and all of the student athletes here on their careers and making their marks in their respective sports. I'm a big believer that being a student athlete is a privilege, so all of you should be grateful for everything that you've learned about yourself through your sport. And be excited for the skills that you've been equipped with as you attack the next phase of your life. I think it's also important to acknowledge the men's lacrosse team. For being in a national championship game is something special, so I just want to give them a big round of applause one last time. I'm here to present the Robert M. Ridings Memorial Award. This award is presented to the senior female athlete for attitude, ability, participation, and achievement in intercollegiate sports. This year's winner was an exceptional dual sport athlete in women's hockey and women's lacrosse. I've been very fortunate to be able to coach her from a hockey perspective, but seeing what she did on the lacrosse field this year was something incredible. When I think of this person as a player, you can't help but notice her drive and dedication to her craft. When she puts her mind to something, she lets nothing stand in her way. She prepares like a champion. I come to campus for a Sunday afternoon visit, an off day, and she's running sprints or training in the gym because it's who she is. We've always said that this experience is holistic, and Grace has taken that to heart. On top of the awards that she's won, especially this year, we're most proud of her ability to enrich this community. A captain, a Gift of Life ambassador, a SAC rep, presenting on Steinmetz Day, the relationship she has built with her professors, and a near-perfect GPA over the course of her career, all while playing 2 sports, is nothing short of remarkable. She's made our program a destination for recruits, and she's helped shape the way our team prepares for success. We're going to miss her next year, but we wish her all the best. Union will always be here for you. It's my pleasure to present this year's Robert M. Ridings Memorial Award to Grace Hiding.
Our next award is the William B. Jaffe Class of 26 Athletic Award. This is presented to the most outstanding senior male student athlete of the year, taking into account the character, motivation of the individual, in addition to athletic excellence. Please welcome the head coach of men's lacrosse, Derek Witherford.
I'm super excited to present this award to Hayden Fry. This is someone who's been in consideration for these types of awards for many years now, and because of some extraordinary years from other kids, he's been deservingly, I think, passed up. But looking back at his career, he's had an unbelievable amount of success. He has been nothing short of impressive. He's been the model of consistency and production. Hayden's a 5-year starter and started every game since he's been to campus. Hayden did not miss one game due to injury. He's been a 4-year All-League kid, and he scored 110 goals and had over 60 assists. He's had his best seasons for last, where he was named All-American this year, and I can't say enough about this kid's toughness, leadership, being a 2-time captain, and I'm very proud again to present this award to Hayden Fry.
Our next award is the Award for Academic Excellence, presented to a senior student athlete for outstanding performance in the classroom and in academic pursuits. Please welcome the head coach of our women's basketball team, Katie Marcella.
Thank you. I'm honored to present this award to senior Amber Reisner with this Academic Excellence Award. She is truly the student athlete that we were always seeking to enhance our program. I knew this when I tried to recruiting her to play for me actually at Hartwick. And I had the privilege of experience firsthand during my first year at Union College. Amber's time here has been one for the books, no pun intended. In her 12 terms here at Union, she has never had a GPA below 3.9 and has accumulated multiple 4.0 terms. She is ranked in the top 7% of her class. In the 3 seasons that she played basketball, she broke into the 3 top 20 records. She is 8th in assists, 13th in 3-point field goals made, and 15th in steals. I can only imagine what those numbers would look like if COVID didn't take a season away from her. Amber has decided after she graduates this weekend to get involved in the coaching world. Amber, you are brave. I know she has something great in the works, so keep following our social media accounts to find out where you can find Amber on the sidelines next basketball season. Thank you, Amber, for everything you have done, not only for the UCWE family, but the Union College community as well. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Our next award is the Senior Scholar Athlete of the Year, presented to a senior student athlete for outstanding performance in the classroom, community, and playing arena. And this year we have two very deserving recipients. I'm going to first bring up our head coach of field hockey, Kelly Harchitz.
Thank you. I'm so glad the weather cooperated and we're able to be on Frank Bailey Field, because I am standing right now about 10 yards away from Kat Sadek's favorite goal of mine, where she split two defenders and buried a breakaway. Kat, I'm trying to find you. There you go. All right, my favorite goal of yours for all time. But receiving this award will not be a surprise to anybody that knows Kat for 5 seconds to know her work ethic. And if you've taken one of her spin classes, you've probably seen it firsthand. But this recipient has been named to the Dean's List, the Liberty League All-Academic Team, NFHCA Scholar of Distinction, as well as a 4-time National Academic Squad member. She's graduating with a 3.9 in biology, pre-med, and a minor in Spanish. I can go through the list of accomplishments that gave you this award, but Kat, I am so proud of you. We're excited to see you. She'll be heading to Yale Research Laboratory next year, but Kat Sadek.
For our second recipient, I'd like to welcome our head football coach, Jeff Behrman.
Thank you. A few years ago, I nicknamed our next award winner the Machine. It's because of his ability to efficiently function at a high level in everything he does. He lives by one value system and carries himself with a tremendous integrity. Some of his accomplishments include the following: 3.8 cumulative grade point average, majoring in biology, recently honored with the Comparative and Evolutionary Physiology Section Travel Award at the Experimental Biology Meeting in Philadelphia, which recognizes an outstanding graduate or undergraduate student involved in comparative and evolutionary research. He was inducted into the Union College chapter of Sigma Xi Society, which is a scientific research honor society. He's been inducted into the National Football Foundation Hampshire Honor Society for Academic Excellence, COSIDA Academic All-District, 3-time Academic All-Liberty League, first team All-Liberty League tight end, second team All-ECAC, third team D3Football.com All-Region. He was a Gift of Life ambassador on our campus, Team Impact Leadership team member, and he was recently accepted into the graduate school at Johns Hopkins University, where he will pursue a Master's of Science in Biotechnology and continue his football career. As impressive as the list of accomplishments, what impresses me the most is that what we don't see. It's his ability to persevere through adversity, heartache, countless challenges that he's faced over the years. We've laughed together, we've cried together. You've made us proud, and we are excited to see what you accomplish in your future. It's my honor and my excitement to fire the cannon one more time for this year's recipient of the Senior Scholar Award, Andrew Sheehan. Thank you.
Our next award is the President's Commission on the Status of Women Leadership Award. This is presented to the senior female student athlete who has done the most to promote athletics for women at Union College. This is a two-sport athlete, so I'd like to invite our head coach of track and field, Laura Nardelli, and our head field hockey coach, once again, Kelly Harchitz.
I have the honor of going first. I'm going to blow the winner right here. Anna Trancoso. When I was asked to speak about Anna, I searched my Google Docs for 1 second, came up with 50 items. The 2019 captain's vote stood out the most. Not only was Anna the unanimous team vote, our lead captain voted Anna, 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 using all 3 of his votes in all caps. She was, a little background here. 3 years ago, we were a fledgling team with a few talented individuals trying to develop and improve our brand. As a coach, I decided to bring everybody to the championship meet, whether they qualified or not, just to have a team presence. And Anna, as a walk-on, was one of those who hadn't qualified. Some people who weren't competing were on their phones or doing homework during the meet. But Anna had made posters. She brought face painting supplies. She'd made Psych Up soundtracks. She spent the entire 2 days on her feet, cheering for every single individual in every single event, taking videos and pictures and pulling everyone else from the team into the fold. Our team felt like they won the national championship instead of a few individuals hitting their personal best performances. She's a confidant to all. She's a whispering voice in her coach's ears. She's a person of utmost integrity. She's a huge positive presence both on and off the track. So Anna was a tremendous factor in helping to put our team on a path to success. Thank you, Anna.
I think we've all heard the quote, if you see her, you can be her. And I think all of you and all of Union College's campus has seen Anna Trancoso all over campus. As Coach said, she's involved in everything. Do a 2-minute Google search and the accomplishments and activities are endless. And I found a quote from your Woman of the Week interview that you gave that said one of the easiest ways I think that this can be done in supporting women is to simply show up for support women's focused events. And Anna, you show up every day. You show up for your teammates, for your family, for your friends, for me. I think every coach has that player that keeps their coach on their toes. I've got a few, but Anna's one of them. And you always said that you wanted to leave here with no regrets. You wanted to do everything, try everything. And although we went to rival high schools, we have no regrets in the 4 years you spent with our family. Congratulations, Anna.
Our next award is the Leadership Award. This is presented to a student athlete for exceptional leadership of a team in competition and on campus, providing positive direction for his or her fellow student athletes. We have 2 recipients of this award. I'm first going to invite up our head men's basketball coach, Chris Murphy.
Thanks, Jim. I've had the opportunity to speak about this student athlete 3 times this spring. And I'm running out of things to say, first of all, but I had to come up with a couple others because every chance I get, I like to embarrass him because he does not like accolades and does not like compliments. It's the person that he is. In addition to all of his athletic accomplishments, I did find something new, that Temmie George is also a master chef. On Monday night, he came over and cooked a chicken Alfredo from his mother Lami's recipe book, which was fantastic. Over the 5 years I've had the privilege to coach Temmie, I've seen him develop as a first year who led by example, showing up every day to practice, exemplary work ethic, despite not always having the opportunities that he would like. Fast forward to the last 2 years, 2 of the most challenging years that our student athletes have faced, and Temmie developed into a man with confidence, vocally, and I cannot thank him enough for modeling the way for our younger student athletes. Temmie gives his best in the weight room, on the court, and in the classroom. And next year, we'll be continuing his education at a postgraduate degree at Newcastle University, while also playing for the club team there. And just recently, the head coach of the Great Britain men's basketball team reached out to him, and Temmie is in the pipeline for the national team there. But I thought the best way to describe Temmie's leadership was to get a couple of quotes from his teammates, and there are 2 specific that I would like to share. From a fellow senior, Temmie is one of the hardest workers I've ever played with, extremely unselfish, and just wants to win. The epitome of a great teammate who elevates everyone else around him, going to miss him a lot. From a junior, Temmie is someone who leads by example, fearlessly taking on the next challenge, knowing that will only make him better. He's impacted my life in more ways than one and inspires me to be better on and off the basketball court. I am blessed to be his friend. So I'd like to award the Leadership Award to Temmie George.
That's awesome. For our second recipient, I'd like to bring up our head men's lacrosse coach, Derek Whitford.
I'm honored to give this award to one of the we had 6 captains on our team this year that went to the national championship game, and this player wasn't one of them. But to be clear, anyone that's been around our team or around our program knows Reed Carrasca is undoubtedly the best leader we have on our team. I think he teaches all of us this invaluable lesson as we graduate and move on to new jobs and climb up the corporate ladder. You don't need a C on your chest to be a great leader. You don't need to be in a position of power to make a profound impact. One of the things we like to say in our team, leave the program better than you found it, and Reed embodied this better than anyone I've ever coached. He was a servant leader who looked forward to the opportunities to help others. He leaves not only this program in a better place, but this school and this community from his leadership efforts. So, Reed, thank you.
Our final student award is the Stephen Ritterbusch Class of '68 Award, presented annually to the student athlete who best exemplifies sound mind and sound body. The attributes of scholar athlete and former Board of Trustee member Stephen Ritterbusch Class of '68. Stephen's outstanding intellect, forthright character, and incisive leadership distinguished him both on and off the field at Union and beyond. We again have two recipients, very deserving recipients for this award. And I want to first bring up our head coach of men's and women's crew, Tom White.
Thank you, Jim. This year's winner and recipient of the award is again from Women's Crew. Although the list of the Palmares is extensive, I'll just touch on a few. The winner is a four-time Liberty League All-Academic Team member, student representative to the Board of Trustees, this year's student commencement speaker, with a GPA of 3.89, a major in political science, a minor in environmental science and psychology. This year's winner is Sophia Anderson. I know Sophia Anderson to be refined, polite, well-spoken, and highly regarded by teammates and coaches. I'm proud to recognize Sophia for her intellect, her forthright character, her incisive leadership, and her contributions to Union College and Union College Women's Crew. Congratulations, Sophia.
Thank you.
And for the final student award, I'd once again like to bring up head coach of men's lacrosse, Derek Witherford.
To no surprise, this award is going to Ryan Puglisi. Knowing Steve Ritterbusch, I know he's very happy to be receiving this award twice, Ryan. Steve was a warrior. Steve was a warrior when he was flying jet planes. He was a warrior when he played RPI, broke his hand, and then scored 5 goals. Ryan embodies the warrior spirit of Mr. Ritterbusch in his mind, body, and soul. The way Ryan prepared his mind and body for games was only as impressive as he prepared for mechanical engineering exams and research at the aerogel lab. Ryan's leadership, being a 3-time captain of the Union Men's Lacrosse program and being a 2-time All-American, is matched by his contribution on campus, being an orientation advisor and numerous other campus initiatives. We don't have all the time in the world to go over his accolades that he's received in his illustrious Union career. I feel like I need a major in Latin to go over some of these, but it's really impressive, the athletic achievements he's garnered. He has a great character, and that's what this award is about. He's a great student, he's a great player, but he's an even better person, and I'm so happy, I'm so grateful I got to coach you for as many years as I did. Ryan Puglisi.
So it gives me great pleasure to welcome Grace Hiding to the podium for remarks on behalf of the senior class. Grace?
Oh, it's below. Sorry, my speech is hiding. Got it. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to see our student athlete body in one place. My name is Grace Hiding, and I'm a member of the women's ice hockey and women's lacrosse teams. We may have a smaller group here than we'll be seeing on Sunday, but I would argue that this graduation is just as meaningful as when we'll be given our diplomas in 2 days. For many of us, we've been dedicated to athletics as long as we've been dedicated to academics. We will be recognized Sunday for those academic achievements, but my plan was to acknowledge a few of the athletic achievements, but I think Jim literally had a roster of everything, so I just want to have everybody do another quick round of applause for the entire list of amazing individual and team efforts of our class over this year and the past 4 years. He's a good athletic director because he knows all of them. So, as I mentioned, please be proud of yourselves and the mark that you have left at Union. Now, you've all probably been left the same question by your aunts and grandparents and neighbors, and honestly, anybody who can sniff out a graduation in the springtime. What's next for you? Most of you can probably answer that right now. It might be work, travel, gap years, even more school. But I'm standing in front of you here at our athletic graduation to ask the same question. What's next for you? I'm talking about the sports gear that you shoved under your beds once you hit retirement at the ripe old age of 22. Your equipment is probably staring you in the face during move out and asking you the same question. What's next for you? As we think about that question, we have to briefly address the elephant in the room. Our time at Union was kind of interrupted by a pandemic. When it seemed like the world stood still while we tried to figure out how to deal with COVID, the clock kept ticking on our careers. It would be easy to talk about all the time that we lost during the pandemic, but instead, I want to use this moment to talk about something a little bit different. On Sunday, we'll be graduating with a diploma and 2 big responsibilities. The first responsibility is to the next generations of student athletes. These are kids that might have missed out on some of their favorite athletes in sports over the past couple years. These are kids that might not quite have the same love for the game that's only grown from recess games and summer leagues and long car rides to their scrimmages. These are kids that might not have even tried out a sport yet because of what they've been dealing with over the past few years. We owe it to them to keep passing down our used equipment and showing them the cool stick trick that our older siblings taught us. Some of us might not be actively playing our sport anymore, but that doesn't mean that we've lost the drive that made us play for so long. Our student athlete body can choose to give back and continue to help the future of sports. The second responsibility that we will be graduating with is actually a responsibility to ourselves. We have gained so many valuable skills as student athletes, like time management, perseverance, and teamwork. We also learn how to work out and be healthy, how to eat right and fuel ourselves properly, how to overcome disappointments, and how to celebrate when we succeed. But overall, we have set ourselves up to lead healthy and impactful lives wherever they may be. In closing, I'm going to refer back to a saying that has stuck with me and will probably be familiar to many of you. Our strength and conditioning coach, Coach Gableman, I will not call him Dan. He's glaring at me back there. I'm kidding. He likes to look around our weight room, tucked in the basement of Mesa Rink, and say that he's in a place where the sun is always shining and the grass is always green. You may be a little bit irritated to hear that at 6 a.m., but those words hit a little harder when we're closer to saying goodbye to each other. Even if we were under fluorescent lights and standing on an artificial turf, that couldn't take away from the beauty of what we had. I know that we would give anything to have those moments again, but we'll be just fine if we stop to appreciate the little things along the way. We might be standing here today for one of our last times on Frank Bailey Field, but I am grateful to be here with each and every one of you, where once again, the sun is shining and the grass is green. So when you're asked, what's next for you, I hope that you can think back on your time as a student athlete at Union College and know that whatever your answer may be, it's meaningful. Thank you all and congratulations.
Thank you, Grace, for that wonderful message, and thank you to all of our seniors, all the award winners. How about a nice round of applause for this entire group? Next, I'd like to invite our trainers to assist us with the presentation of the senior gifts. To start off, Cameron Adams, Isabella Albuja, Sophia Anderson, we get an audible in our game plan, so John Andre, Seth Bartkowski, Kira Beckham, Matthew Bellucci, Giannis Banopoulos, Christina Bedreau, Julia Boulay, Andrew Burns, Samuel Byrne, Justin Cabanas, Madeline Cagnasola, Alessandra Camposelli, Matthew Sermonero, Catherine Christian, Michael Concannon, Zach Cormier, Alexa Cornacchia, Tim Coyle, Thomas Cozzolino, Francesca Diorio, Emma Davis, Brian Davis, we got that messed up, sorry. Emma Devaney, Vincent DiFilippo, Jack Donano, Austin Dodds, Emma Donlin, John Donahue, Timothy Driscoll, Isabella Dworkin, Brendan Egan, Kyle Emery, Brandon Estes, Philip Facey, Joe Ferrara, Fletcher Feynman, Connor Fitzgerald, Andrew Fox, Hayden Fry, Jessica Frygon, Temmie George, Matthew Georgiitis, Kelsey Gilo, Ashley Harding, Stephanie Heiberger, Grace Hiding, Robert Herman, Elizabeth Hernberg, Ike Irabor, Henry Call. Reed Carrasca. Cameron Keyser. Samantha Kelly. Cameron Klepper. Troy Kohler. Anna Lear. Darby Lead. Elise Lebo. Alexandra Lipsky. Sean McKinnon. Julissa Milana. Michael Manley. Maya Martinez. John Massey. Keaton McCann. Kieran McGovern. Anna Metcalf. Cassidy Michalika. Victoria Mullen. Christopher Murdoch. Christopher Muther. Isaac Neustadt. Brian Noon. Rochelle Nuki. Grace O'Hara. Aaron O'Shea. Nicholas O'Toole. Jenna Pozak. Joseph Petrosky. Lindsay Podolaski. Heather Poisson. Michael Polanski. Ryan Puglisi. Amber Reisner. Hannah Raymond. Jake Reisner. Isabel Riker. Amelia Roth. Catherine Sadak. Chad Salazar. Henry Salaby. James Slemmy. Olivia Salvador. Emma Schleimer. Andrew Sheehan. Josh Shrestha. Jessica Saragusa. Grace Snyder. Allison Summers. Catherine Sontag. Gabrielle Stein. Anna Trancoso. Laura Vinton. Joseph Vicolo. Griffin Wallner. Sydney Walters. Jonathan Warner. Nicholas Weitzman. Andrew Woolston. Fiona Zimmerman. Joseph Zuvich. Great job. Great job. All right. So a nice round of applause for all of our senior student athletes. So we do have one final award here, and I wanted to wait for this, to present this to the very end. We've got an individual here that has served Union College, Union Athletics tirelessly for more than 30 years. And at the forefront with her was everything about student-athlete experience, compassion for individuals, care for individuals in everything that she did. She's retiring after an incredible career as a coach and an administrator, and she is going to be sorely missed in this department and at this college. We're thrilled for her future and what's in store for her as she moves forward, but we're going to miss her leadership, her insight, and I personally am going to really miss her friendship. So the final Athletics Appreciation Award, Joanne Little. Thank you, Joanne. And thank you to everyone here. I'm going to ask the award winners to please come up to the front here by the podium for some photos. To our student athletes, please remember to take your athletic cords with you for Sunday, this graduation. And to our families and everybody here, please enjoy this wonderful weekend. And thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you.